and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I have recorded a video. I have had a lot of stuff going on, so just took a bit of a personal time out and break from videos. But now we are back, which feels a little bit strange, but anyway, I have been super excited to make this video. So last weekend I made a makeup purchase. It's actually an early birthday present, and I got the XX Revolution Kombucha palette, which, how pretty is this? Literally gorgeous, which that alone just makes me excited. I also have the purple palette. I can't remember what the actual name is, but each sort of palette has a colour theme. This one is orange. Honestly, I'm so excited. It looks amazing and perfect for autumn, which is my favourite time of year. So all in all, a good time to start making videos again. I will be doing a first impressions video using the Kombucha palette, and it's going to have an autumn theme. So let's get started. First of all, I'm just going to apply a little bit of primer to my eyelids. I'm actually going to do this the right way around today and do eyes first and then skin. Quite often for videos, I end up doing my skin first just because I then look better throughout the video, but we're doing things properly today. So applying a little bit of primer. That is the Revolution Mattify Primer. And then I'm just gonna pop some concealer on. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. And we're just gonna pop a little bit on as a base. This concealer does spread quite fast, so you do not need very much of it. It's also very white. I've got it in the shade C1. I think there's 0.5 as well, which is like white, but I think it's good as an eyeshadow base to have a nice pale concealer. I'm just gonna tap this out a little bit. There we go. So first up, let's have a look. Oh, we've got to peel off this. Whoa. I'm so excited. And black, that is a good looking black. So first of all, I'm gonna start off with this warm brown colour up in the corner here, which is number 1. This is one thing with these makeup palettes, is they don't have names. Every eyeshadow colour is a number, which is a little more confusing. First of all, I'm going to take this colour and just very lightly go over the crease of my eye. This is just going to add some depth into the eye look. I'm also making the shape that I want my eye to take as well by choosing where I put in this shadow. Now, using the same brush, I'm just going to start warming it up a little bit more, and I'm going to use this more orange toned colour here, which is number 3. I'm just going to tap a little bit onto my brush, and again go over the same areas but focus slightly lower down so that we've still got an edge of the darker brown on top. This is such a beautiful orange colour. Honestly, the pigment in this palette is just unbelievable. I'm not even applying that much and it's just coming out beautifully. Now I'm actually going to take a really big old fluffy brush here and go straight in with this bright orange. This is the brightest orange in the palette from what I can see. It is number 35, and tap this on either side of the colour we have already applied. So we've got some highlighted orange on each corner of my eye. There, we are looking very, very orange. I'm actually going to take a blending brush now and just smooth everything out a little bit. I don't want to blend the colours together too much, but I just don't want too many harsh lines here. I want it to be nice and smooth. And I'm going to blend up in the direction of the corner of my eyebrow, just so I'm not blending down my face. Now I'm going to take this flat brush and go in with this deep burgundy red shade here, which is number 36. Oh, this is beautiful, and they're so creamy when you apply them to the brush. It's lovely. And this I'm just going to brush on very gently in a diagonal on the outer corner of my eye, and the same again on the other side. Top up a little bit more, and we're just gonna come on the inner corner of the eye, leaving a section in the middle of my eyelid. Now I have a small angled and thin brush here, and I'm going to use that same colour because it's such a rich colour and I'm going to draw a line following the crease of my eye. This bit I always find so tricky, to get the shape the same on each side and to get it looking how I want it to look. I think I want it to be darker, so I'm actually going to get some of this more purple colour, very similar but just got a slightly more purple tone to it, slightly cooler tone, and this is shade 29. Use the same brush. Oh, this actually has a slight shimmer to it, and I'm going to pull that across as well, just to add more shadow, more depth to that line. Now I'm going to take my concealer again and take a tiny little brush here, tiny little flat brush, and I'm just going to pop some more on here. And I want to angle it slightly on each side so you almost get like a V. And then I'm going to take it up to just below where we were adding in these darker reds and take it across. So we've got that darker red outlining the concealed area. I don't know if you've been able to hear, but there's been some very noisy things going on outside, so I'm hoping that didn't get picked up on camera. But anyway, now that we have this tacky concealed area, I am going to get this concealer brush, my favourite Lancome brush, and we are going to use, I was going to say we were going to use this one here. This is like a yellow gold glitter, but there's also one which is sort of reds and that's stunning. It's kind of red and gold glittery, but actually for today I think this one's the better option. I'm going to get my setting spray and just spray that brush. It makes the world of difference in how it applies. It gives it so much more pigment. So going in with this one here, which is number 34. So I'm just going to apply this to the concealed area. I might try my finger here and see, because that actually didn't apply to the brush as I was expecting it to. It's still a lovely colour and it has got a good pigment to it, but it seems to be applying to my finger much better than it was the brush. I'm just going to completely cover this area. That is a beautiful, beautiful shimmer, and actually applying it like this does work, and it is very strong, which is what we want. So I'll have to work out a little bit why it didn't quite apply to the brush how I wanted it to, because that is my trusty shimmer brush. I always use it, it never fails me. And this time it didn't work. There, is that enough? Probably. I'm gonna put some more on anyway, just because it looks amazing. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So easy to get carried away with beautiful shimmers like this. There we go. Now we have a beautiful gold, and I think what I'm actually going to do here is I want to darken up the corners of my eye. I'm going to go back to this small, slightly fluffy brush. I'm going to use this deep red colour again and just come in and darken these corners up a little bit. I want them to really stand out and give my eye a little bit more shape to it, a little bit more depth to it. I'm going to use my blending brush just to smooth that over a little bit. I'm going to use this big fluffy brush which I used to apply the bright orange earlier, and I'm going to take some of this mustard yellow up in the corner here, which is number 9, and this I'm just going to take round the very edge of the eyeshadow that we've already applied, just to warm it up a little bit. You see how much difference that makes to this. That yellow just adds in an extra tone and just brings the whole look together, and it's not overpowering. Using a brush like this, it just kind of blends in nicely. There we go. Back to this little small brush here. It has this dark colour on it, and I'm gonna look up to the ceiling and apply some underneath my lower lash line. Bit scary because I can't really see what I'm doing. In order for the colour to apply correctly, you need to look up to the ceiling. And it looks fine. So I'm just going to join this up in the corner, and we will be using the concealer later to sharpen this line here. The only thing left to do in terms of eyes is go back to this beautiful glitter here. I'm going to use my finger again just because I know it works for now. I'm going to fill in the corner of my eye to brighten it. Kind of got it all the way down my face now, but it's fine. As I am going to apply some eyeliner, I'm going to take this black with an angled fluffy brush and just put a little bit on, and I'm just gonna touch this very lightly into the outer corner of my eye to give it a little bit more shadow and help the eyeliner to blend in. Yeah, I really like that actually. That's worked well. Again, it's just added another level of depth to it. I'm going to apply some on the bottom. I'm liking it, I'm liking it. that is the eyeshadow done. I'm gonna get my eyeliner. I'm using L'Oreal Matte Signature Eyeliner, and oh my goodness, I have not done this in a very long time, so let's not mess this up. I'm not gonna do a flick, so I'm just gonna apply the eyeliner, and as it goes into the corner of my eye where I've applied the black eyeshadow, I'm not gonna do a solid line. I want it to blend. I'm ensuring that there's not too much on the brush, and I'm not even drawing it. I'm kind of tapping it into place to keep it as thin a line as possible. There's one eye done, so it's a seriously thin line, but I find that when you are applying eyelashes, a little bit of liner really makes all the difference. And I'm going to mirror that below by applying some of this. This is my L'Oreal Matte Super Liner. Much prefer these to pencils. I don't know why, I just get on with them so much better. I don't want this to be overpowering. It's literally just outlining my eye so it doesn't get lost. That is basically the eye look complete, apart from eyelashes. So I think I'm going to do everything else on my face and then apply eyelashes last, and we will be done. Next will be eyebrows. Eyebrows done. Next we are going to do foundation and concealer. Okay, now skin is complete. I actually did do my bronzing and highlighter as well because I got a little bit carried away. Finishing touch is lipstick, and then the lashes go on and we are complete. Gonna go for my trusty favorite lipstick, which is the Revolution Bow Down. It is a nice neutral color, definitely on the browner side of things, and it literally can go with any look, but I think it definitely complements the sort of autumn orange tones nicely. Right, today's eyelashes are actually from Primark. They cost £5, and this is their Glam Lash collection. These lashes are London. My absolute favourites are the Milan ones. However, these ones just looked a little bit less intense. They're nice and fluffy, but they just looked a little bit thinner, and I thought actually I wanted to try a lash that wasn't quite so over the top and fluffy. It's still a fluffy look, but just not as thick. So that is what I fancied trying. We will see what these actually look like on. I think that these Primark lashes are actually the best lashes that I've ever tried. I've had various lashes from different places. I always go back to the Primark ones. I think the band is a good thickness, and the lashes do come out nicely shaped so they're easy to apply. Let's get these lashes on and then we'll be done. And lashes are on. I also applied a little bit of mascara to my lower lash line just to balance out the top. But I must say, these London lashes, I absolutely love them. I think they might be my new favourite. They're really beautiful, and they applied so easily. They're slightly cat eye, which is nice, but they're not too thick, so they're not too heavy, and I think they're just really flattering. So very happy with those. This is my first autumn makeup look of 2021. I love this palette, and I can't believe how few colours I actually used for this look. It just makes me realise there is so much more potential for this palette and so many different looks that I can actually do. I think it's great, and the colours are just so beautiful. My favourite, in fact. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. My first impressions of both palette and lashes are that I love them both, so can definitely recommend both. And I hope you enjoyed this makeup look that I've done for you today. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.